Hi there, Capricorn. This is Jo with Crystal Luna Tarot. I hope you guys are doing really well today. We're going to do a love reading for December for the next 7 days. So that's going to be 7 days from today, or from, it depends when you're going to watch the video, but it should be 7 days from the day that you watch the video. So for some of you, if you're in Europe, that'll be tomorrow or whatnot. But yeah, so it's going to be a love reading. So if you are new to the channel, I would like to take this time to just welcome you. All the cards are pre-shuffled here that we're going to use today, so that's going to save us some time. And if you are returning to the channel, then welcome back, and thank you for being here with me one more time to watch your reading. So yeah, so let's just get started. I see one of the candles was already snuffed out. That was my bad. I should have replaced them before the reading, but we have an extra candle here, and I have some other burning around, so we do have that fire element. Okay, so Capricorn, I am going to focus on the other person, okay? But before I do focus on the person that you're dealing with, and this is going to be someone that you are currently thinking of, okay? So you should be thinking of this person right now. As I'm shuffling, it's going to be a reading based on energy. So what you bring to me is what I am going to read. That's what's going to be most prominent, and that's how the reading will resonate. So let's just talk about the person that is in your mind, the person that may be with you or may not be with you. This isn't going to be for those who are interested in someone new. That's going to be a separate video altogether, and I'll go ahead and do a video on that. And yeah, so you can watch that one if you do not have anyone in your life currently right now and you're interested in someone new. This is more for those who are still in a relationship or have someone in mind, okay? Whether you're with them or not, it could be a crush, it depends. But this card is going to be for you, okay? I want to know what the energy that you're going to bring within the next 7 days is going to be like. And I can see there's a lot of emotions taking place right now. It's actually all about emotions. We have feelings, expression, moods, and balance. So this could be positive, right? Or it could also be a little bit on the shadow side. So with that being said, emotions can run pretty wild sometimes if we let ourselves get caught in the moment, right? Or we can control them, balance ourselves out. Nonetheless, it's going to be a form of expression, okay? So I'm going to put this card right over on that side because we're going to have you just reflect on that card for the rest of the reading. So we are going to get right into it. I had to just take a sip of my coffee, okay? So let's get started. So tell me who Capricorn is dealing with at this time. Give me, I would say, about two cards to start off with. Tell me who Capricorn is dealing with at this time right now. The Lovers was at the bottom, by the way, just so that you know. And Capricorn, if you do like the video, the best way you can show your support and love is to like the video so that I can keep putting out new content for you guys, okay? Yeah, so just wanted to get that out there, and let's just get to it. Who are you dealing with? And this is going to be more like their feelings, Capricorn. I want to know what they're thinking, what's going on with them. That's going to be our main focus. One more time. These cards are not very talkative right now. Okay, there we go. Talking about talkative. Just got the Tower, so if that's not talking, I don't know what is. Give me one more card, please. All right, here we go. So for starters, we have the Tower and the Page of Wands. So with the Tower and the Page of Wands, this is an inverted Page of Wands. That means that whoever you're dealing with, Capricorn, or whoever you're going to be dealing with within the next 7 days, let me just bring these cards out here. Something is going to kind of just shock you, okay? Or shock them, Okay, you might shock them, they may shock you. This is their feeling, so it might be something that you do to them and that's why they're shocked, or it may be something that they do on their own, and it causes this feeling of absolute disbelief within the union, the connection, whatever it is you want to refer to it as. Because the Page of Wands is showing up as an inverted energy. So it's showing up as if whatever was said or whatever is going to be said is not much. First of all, it's probably something along the lines of a comment, okay, or even an opinion that could be put out there that is absolutely going to be pissing someone off. It's either going to get them upset and you're going to be like, why? I really don't even understand why that's even an issue, or it's going to be the other way around, okay? Because these energies are very, just kind of is an open energy. It could be either or. So show me 2 more cards as to what's going to be said. 2 more cards to see what is so shocking. All right, so we have 1 card. Just give me 1 more card. Okay, there we go. See, now they're talking a lot faster. All right, this is why, because of the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. So Capricorn, you have a lot of air elements showing up here. So that is your Gemini, your Libra, or your Aquarius. You also have fire, so it could be someone who is a Sag, it could be a Leo, it could also be an Aries, and quite honestly, it could be just any astrological sign, but whoever this is, okay, their feelings, I have to tell you, I have to warn you, okay, they may make you feel, okay, as if, see, because, all right, there's a couple of cards in the deck, okay, that to me, absolutely, I call the red flag cards. And what's going on now is like I got the 2 red flag cards, or the 2 main ones, right back to back, not to mention I got the Tower. So I have to tell you that this person is trying to either, number 1, deceive you, okay? They're trying to mess with you or mess with your emotions, or they're not being honest and upfront. And that's really what I want you to take out of all this, that you need to question whatever is being said to you, okay? And quite honestly, I think you're going to hold your own quite well, because if this is their energy and they have the Tower, right, and then they have the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, this is how they're feeling. So they may feel as if you kind of like turned on them, but it's like, okay, why would you turn on them, just as their perspective, as they feel? Why would that be? Okay, there must have been very good reason for that. Just give me 1 moment. I'm going to pull 1 card out. And also, just stay tuned towards the end, because I'm going to have you pick a card. We're going to have you choose a card, and that's going to be linked to your energy. So it makes it just a little bit more personal, okay, based on your circumstances and your situation. What is causing all this all this not negative energy, but disturbance of energy, the scales, because they're off balance right now. Is someone's not giving enough of themselves, and therefore they're somehow being someone's being shady, okay? Someone's trying to hide or trying to hoard information, or just trying to just kind of look out for themselves. So that type of energy to you, you're just not having that. You're not having that, and you're probably calling them out on it within the next 7 days. And I'll tell you, Capricorn, if you, and because this is a possibility, if this person is not the one that is causing the 7 of Swords, feeling like something sneaky is going on, or someone is making someone else in the relationship feel less of, like, kind of like belittling them, or just talking to them in a certain way, or kind of just not like respecting whatever it is that, you know, their opinions maybe, because I feel that this has to do with something that is going to be done, like something like a physical action, or a word, like a not a word, words that will be had or halved, okay, that will be said. So it could be that they feel that you're not being straight up with them, okay, but this is their feeling. So even though they may be at fault, they feel as if, you know, they're not completely at fault. And if, you know, you may be the one who is just like, kind of like, if they're being too needy or whatnot, or if they're causing some sort of, you know, reaction out of you to make them feel this way, then this is how they feel. They feel that you're being unfair to them, and that you may be sneaky, or that you may be hiding information behind, you know, their back, or just you know, you're not just being someone who's being upfront with them. So you know, just be aware of that energy. Now, this is going to be how well, not how, is what they are actually not saying. We're going to talk now about what they're not saying, because this is going to give us an insight as to why we have all these other swords over on this end. So what are they not saying? I'm not really focused too much on what, you know, what's going on with you, because you already know what's going on with you. We want to know what's going on with them. But I am going to have some outcome cards, okay? And this is going to be just, you know, just kind of like a brief reading. But what I do want you to keep in mind, okay, that towards the beginning, we did get the emotions. So you may be in a state of where, like, your emotions maybe just a little wacky, you know, within the next 7 months, and you're just like, no, you know, you're just not having it, you're just not dealing with it, you just don't want to be bothered, really. So, you know, or you're just very not tolerant of anything that someone is bringing to you that you find to be nonsense, and you're going to just be like, nope, and that's the end of that. Because really what they're not telling you is they have the sun, they have the devil inverted, and then they have the Knight of Swords. So once again, we have more swords. We have the Gemini. We have, you know, air signs. We have the Aquarius and the Libra. We also have the Capricorn card, because this is you, okay? So we have Capricorn, and then we also have Leo. So what they may not be telling you is that, you know, there is a sense of happiness there with them. Like, they seem to be, I wouldn't say like fully, completely like happy, but they do seem to be like content. I see that they try to change some ways, or try to hide some things from you, okay, that they knew you wouldn't approve of. I see that if they were trying to rush into anything with you, okay, and you put a stop to that, then they're feeling kind of like unappreciated, or they're feeling as if, I need to take another card out. They may be feeling unappreciated, or they may feel as if you kind of like are calling them out. Like, they feel like they can't hide anything from you. Pretty much that's really what I'm getting. Like, they feel like they're going to be called out on whatever it is that they do. And, you know, that's how they feel. They feel like they really can't hide much of it. But there's money here too. This situation is involving money, okay? So this could be someone who is, I don't want to say out for money. This could be someone who you have to be, you know, wary of, because they're kind of just, you know, they may be out for money. You know, they may like the fact that you may be more stable than they are, and they don't want you to know that. They may be hiding that maybe they don't make as much money, or maybe they're lying as to how much money they make, or they're lying about their occupation, or how they make that money, you know. So like, I feel like that is something that they are hiding. And then we also have the Tree. Let me just show you what the money card looks like. So that's the money card, and it was like inverted, which, you know, these are oracle cards, so I tend not to read them inverted. But, you know, we do have the Tree here, which is also stability, right? And something that is like concrete, or something that is blooming, and something that just continuously gets stronger or whatnot, you know, deeper and more rooted in. but I feel that they feel you're not letting them in, okay? And they're wondering why that's not happening, okay? So this may be someone that you've already been dealing with for quite some time, or someone new. So if this is someone new, then I feel that because you may be on guard or your emotions are not invested in them, they may feel that therefore they have to hide information, or there's a lot of references here in regards to someone not being honest with someone else, okay? Like honesty is lacking here, okay? Honesty, loyalty, just overall, they're hiding like their real emotions and their feelings and their motivations. What is motivating them to feel this way? I mean, these are some pretty heavy duty energies. Now, I'm going to talk about the outcome. All right, so let's talk about the outcome for Capricorn. Tell me what the outcome is going to be in the next 7 days. See how the cards are like taking their sweet time to talk? You're not the only one. Like I was doing other readings and the cards were doing exactly the same thing. Like not for all of them, but for some of them, it was just like, it was so hard to get information out. And that to me is an indication of someone who only wants to talk on a, I need to know basis. It's almost like, why you need to know? Why are you asking? So, all right. So we're going to just make it happen because we're not going to continue that much more. Okay. It needs to be said. What needs to be said needs to be said. All right, here we go. So what we have is the universe, we have wealth, and then we have judgment, which is, where's my pointer? I hope you can see this. So the universe would be like the world. Then we have wealth, which is like the 10 of Pentacles. Once again, reference to money, right? And stability, and it's upside down, is inverted. And then we have judgment, which is inverted, which is also how other people see us, how we see other people. Are we going to be forgiving of them? Are we going to give them a second chance? We're awakened to what they're saying or what they're doing, or we are aware, okay? Aware. And I feel that you are quite aware, and if this isn't you, then they may be aware of certain things that are taking place. Maybe you are dealing with someone else, like another individual, and you may not want to let them in on this because you feel like if you just met, it's a need to know basis. And if you're if you're going back together, right, if you were on some sort of break or separation, it's like you just don't want to let them into what's happening. Someone here is like blocking the other person out so they fully don't have an understanding of what's taking place. Because the universe and it being inverted, it shows that this is not a finished situation, okay? This is not completed. This is yet far to be completed. There's much more that needs to be talked about. And then we have the 10 of Pentacle, which is wealth, and that is not inverted. That is in its upright position, and that has to do with money, stability. It has to do with family. It has to do with what one gathers and one sees as fruitful, something that is going to be to our benefit. And so it's like some of you may be protecting what is rightfully yours. This could also have to do with a divorce, okay? Because we're getting a lot of money reference. We're getting a lot of like hush-hush information, things that are on a need-to-know basis, and someone feeling like the other person is taking something from them, so they're kind of just like don't want to rush into it. But finally, we have the Judgment card, and it's upside down. This is someone in this depiction is kind of like ashamed kind of something that took place, and they can't face themselves, okay? This is inverted, so it's almost like they will forgive themselves, or someone here will forgive it, but I feel someone took something from you, Capricorn, or someone wants to take something from you, so you be very wary and careful about what it is that's being taken. This was supposed to be a love reading, and it's still a love reading. I'm going to do another one. This is just like, your basic just overview for the next 7 days. But your love and your money are intertwined, and someone may be trying to use your love to somehow kind of like, I wouldn't say like buy your love, but it's like somehow the money that you have or the finances that you have, someone may be using love to try to get to you, kind of like a soft spot, or kind of just try to get in there. So just be careful, because it's all about motivations, and your emotions are kind of like, you just don't know. This person is really, they could be doing a number on you. I'm telling you, it's just like, it's causing paranoia. It's just like you're thinking, is it just me? Is this in my head? Like, is this what they're trying to do? So this person is very slick, okay? So I gotta tell you, and usually I don't do this, okay? I don't let like my opinions sway anything in regards to like readings or whatnot, but I have to tell you, you just be wary of this person, Capricorn, because they want to take something that belongs to you, and I feel is not fair. So therefore, just be mindful. Now, let's talk about the cards that I pulled. There's 3 of them, okay? So which one are you being called to? Number 1, 2, or 3? I'll go ahead and I'll read those for you. And usually, if you just really take your time and focus on the energy, it will match up quite nicely for you. Okay, so for those of you who chose number 1, it says focus, hocus, focus. Oof, okay, hocus, focus, or it could be focus, hocus. So nonetheless, it's someone who is trying to deceive, it's like hocus pocus. Is it a trick, So just be mindful of that, all right? The message in the back says, what you concentrate on constantly with great emotion and expectation eventually has no choice but to become a reality. So really is asking you to, this is like a manifestation thing here. So whatever you want to focus and concentrate on, and great emotion, once again, an expression of emotion. So, your emotions right now may be dictating what your decisions are, and maybe that's just the focal point, is that maybe you shouldn't let your emotions into this completely. Maybe you want to hold some of that back because this other person is banking on your emotions, like a moment of weakness, okay? Now, if you chose number 2, mastery, okay? So like the archer, you could be dealing with someone who is a Sagittarius as well, or we did get fire here, right? We did get fire. So mastery. So what is it that you are to master if you chose number 2? It says your 2 most powerful resources to master anything is time and it's energy. It says, unfortunately, the universe does not reward the sneaky and the lazy. All right, so someone here is trying to be sneaky. So this could be a warning to you of who you give your time and your energy to, okay? Because these are 2 powerful resources that could be taken away from you, okay? And even though it's not something that is tangible, it's still, I feel, just as, worrisome, because it's it's emotional. It'll hit you where emotionally it will hit you right right where it hurts, right where it needs to. This person's trying to target you, okay? So this is more of a type of reading that's just like be forewarned. Forewarned is to be forearmed, or is that how you say it? I'm probably saying it, wrong, but it's one of these readings that's talking about you knowing these things prior to is going to help you, okay? Now, if you chose number 3, the card that was picked was commitment. So for those of you who are going to get over these emotions and over the situation and work this out and resolve this, okay, it's going to lead to a commitment. So maybe you needed to get this out of the way in order for you to really connect with your significant other. Or maybe you're looking for a commitment, or they're looking for a commitment, but nonetheless commitment is involved here. It says there's always a way if you are committed, a strong enough wait, what? Sometimes this is funny, the way the cards, their punctuations and whatnot. So it says, there's always a way if you are committed. It says, a strong enough why helps you figure out how. A strong enough, if you are committed, a strong enough why helps you figure out how. What the heck is this? These are some new cards, by the way. So let's see. Let me just read it on my own. Give me a moment. We're having a moment here, okay? Okay, so really what they're saying is that, there's always a way, if you are strong enough, okay, and committed enough to figure out things, to figure out how to do things, and figure out a way how, okay, or how it's going to help you if you are strong enough and committed to a situation. But nonetheless, it's still talking about being committed, being strong enough, and trying to figure something out here. I feel like you need to figure out what actions you're going to take, because someone is trying to be a couple of steps ahead of you, okay? But this is only for the next 7 days, so this energy is a passing energy. This is something that, we all have to deal with at a certain point, when someone may be trying to kind of see how far they can push, how far they can go. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. This is really just a sense of knowing that someone else may feel somewhat intimidated by you, and they are trying any angle whatsoever to kind of get you through your emotions. So through your emotions is where they feel they're going to get the answer that they need, or what resource they need from you. All right, Capricorn, that was your miniature reading for this week. If you did like the reading and it was helpful, a thumbs up is always the best way to show gratitude and to show that you want me to continue these readings for you. And and I'm giving out some cards. You can check out the video. I already have the video it's already uploaded, so you can check that out if you want a chance to be the new owner of one of the decks. And so that's about it. If you liked the video, share it, and if you liked it enough to continue seeing what's coming up next, you can subscribe. All right, nonetheless, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next reading, Capricorn. Take care. Ciao.